Hello UniPlot community. As you know, graphs are more than just lines and bars. They often contain important information that play a crucial role in data analysis. Text objects help us understand the context, meaning, and key takeaways from the data presented in the report or graph. Let's see how text objects in UniPlot can take your visualization to the next level. Let's plot a sample curve for today's example. I will plot a simple curve with a 1D YT diagram. Click on load, and here I have my curve. Text object can be added by simply right-clicking the line and going to the text object menu. Here you will find all the possible text objects you can add in UniPlot. They can all be updated to your wish because the code is available in Uniscript and open source. You can modify it as you wish to add more text objects or update their behavior. Let's start with 2D area. If we see the text object created, it is the integral of the x and y axis. So basically UniPlot calculated the area of the curve using the integral method and displayed the direct value. And a small reminder, just for fun, we can go here and highlight the curve. Maybe we can put a bit of red here so that people know what we're talking about. And as with all text object, you can double-click, open it, and modify it to your wish. For example, so here we have the text object, which is always a field function with the information you are looking for, the result of it, and any text you want before. For example, let's put that 2 lines below, integral of my signal. Okay. You see how I can customize the 2D object really easily. And we can also change the line color. Maybe make it as a round rectangle, make it transparent if needed, move it along the diagram. Before going further, I would like to show you a bit more about how text object works. Let's move the diagram. I will create a text box, and you can see that the text box is the same as the one which we saw before. The thing is that inside text object we put a special code which is @f, which means that we are going to use a field function. And to know the list of available field functions you can use in UniPlot, I invite you to go to help, go to Uniscript function, and here you will find a list of everything that is available to be used in the field function. And some of them are the ones that are being used in the text object. If we go up, we can see area. And here you get more information about what you can do with this field function if you wish to modify the behavior or use more function of the proper field function. And you have a list here that you can use, and you can even create your own field function. With the other text object, we will see more complex field function that can be modified to your wish. The next one is correlate. For that, I will plot a 2D curve with 2 speed of the engine that are measured in different ways. Click on load, I have my curve. I will convert it into a cloud of points. It's not compulsory, but I prefer for the example. I will now use the correlate function. I right-click, text object, 2D correlate. And you can get the correlation factor of the cloud of points. Pretty good in this case. Let's see what is behind. Double-click. In this case, we use 2 field functions. The first one, legend text of data 1, which is in fact the name of the channel, and correlation, you see it's pure text, and then we have another field function which is xy stat value of data 1, and we request the correlation factor. To extend my previous explanation on field function, what other option do I have for xy stat value? I go to help, I look for the field function, xy stat value, and I see the list of all possible information I could get. Here we see the correlation factor, but I could also get the y mean value, y start, quantile, R2, and you just have to replace that in the field function. Let's switch to one of the most used text object. New curve, right click, text object, 2D min max text. As the name suggests, it creates the text object which will show minimum and maximum value of both the axes. And if that is not enough, let's discuss another text object, the label. I will move this one, right click, text object, ymin or ymax point label. It is one of the interesting text objects. Through this, UniPlot not only shows the minimum or maximum value, but also the position where this point is in the graph. Let's take the maximum, and OK. Let's do that for the minimum, and I have it here. Let's tune them a little bit. I will open that, take this field function, paste it here, max value, and you see I get the channel name, some random text I want, and this. And if I zoom, auto scale, move my curve up and down, it stays at the maximum point. The next one was presented in the introduction. I like to use it along with the peak detection functionality of UniPlot. Let's find the peaks, so I right click, new dataset, and find peaks. Okay, I get a new dataset. If we go in the dataset list, we see I have my original data with 307 points and the new dataset with 4 points. And I can visually see the value of the peaks. But what is interesting here is usually to make a table out of that. So I right click, go to text object, and I create a 2D table. And now I have real data that I can use and highlight and show indicators that can be shared in a report. And the good thing, let's select all those, right click, conditional formatting, add a rule, and let's say that I will put some red background whenever the value is above 0.2. Okay, and now you can see that I have a real indicator on my data, not just a curve. And this is something that can be easily used in a report to share information with your management. And as always with UniPlot, prepare your template once and then reuse it with every data file you have by just exchanging the data. And of course, use the sequencer to help your life doing this. It will make it much easier. Thanks for watching us. For any question, contact us at support@uniplot.com. Come and check our website www.uniplot.com and click on the logo to follow us on LinkedIn and get fresh news of UniPlot.